Alright, so I'm just going to make a video where I'm kind of talking. It's late at night. I'm in my car, so I'm not going to, show my face or anything. I want to put some stock videos in, but I kind of want to talk about life and essentially where I'm at. And, I made a lot of videos about, for one, solitude, also kind of self-discovery and the self-journey and how important it is to build the relationship with oneself. And I find that vital in all cases. But, I'm still young, of course, so I'm not going to sit up here and say that everything has to be figured out. But one of the things that I really want to start doing, and I've talked a lot about finding a job and finding the next stage in my life and career and all that stuff, but one of the main things that I want to really do is become more of a giver and start showing my appreciation for my friends, for my family, not just in words. I could start there. That's key as well, but also in action. One of the things, especially with my friends, is that I've never been one to plan. I've always shied away from it. I felt like I'm not good at planning. I'm incapable of planning. I never want to take my friends on a drive and go on an adventure and be the one to lead that expedition. And that's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but at the very least, I would like to start taking initiative. And when I talk about my struggles with meeting women and talking to women, I think that's the biggest thing. I can speak to a woman and have a conversation, but when it comes to making plans and actually initiating and being the one to lead and take control of those plans, that's where I've struggled. And I feel like that's why I've had trouble finding a relationship with a woman. It's because I haven't been one yet to provide, and I'm still learning, which is why I'm not stressing out about it. But this is just a goal because I really want to show appreciation towards the ones that I love most. And, if anyone's watching this that I'm close with, like a friend, a parent, I do want to say it here and now, or anybody just in general, I love you. I appreciate you. I really do. And it's something that I've had a hard time voicing and, it's displaying, because at times it can feel a little bit awkward, not forced, but it's almost like you don't know when the time is right to say it, and you don't know exactly how to put it. And you see, this is the thing that's prevented me from doing so. I've always had this fear of intimacy, fear of judgment and all that. But in order to get over that, I think it really starts with being a little bit more of a giver and saying, I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to say, listen, I need to show my appreciation, not just in words, but in action towards the ones I love most. And that's what I want to start doing more. And I don't know if it's going to be in the coming year or soon or whatever, but as I've said, in struggling to find a job, I find it's more so than that. It's struggling to find daily routines. I have a workout schedule that I abide by 5 days a week. I have been writing a bunch. I've been making TikTok videos, and all this stuff, but at the same time, there's not that consistent routine that keeps me occupied for multiple hours. So I do spend a fair amount of the day just kind of contemplating my next move and what I'm going to do. And more so than just finding a job, which I've kind of said that's what's going to help. More so than that, however, it's socializing. It's going outside and going to the store, going to get some food, and making the time to be in a more social environment that I just have not done in a long time. And that's why I've spent so much time by myself. And you know what? There are so many pros to that. I've documented them quite frequently on this channel, and how much I've learned and how many truths I've uncovered about myself and my own journey that have allowed me to, in some capacity, mature, I would say. And with that, in over that time, over the last few years, there have been a lack of social opportunities, a lack of fresh faces and new friends and whatnot, and that in itself can often be challenging. And it's I wonder when I'm going to get out of that. But I think it really begins with myself and finding it in me to give, to be willing to make plans with someone new, or make plans with one of my friends, or show my appreciation by buying my parents something, or a friend even. It could be anything. And I just feel like I haven't consistently done that throughout my life. I haven't told my friends, my family, that I love them enough. Not to say that that's uncommon or that I should feel ashamed in that. by any means. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like it's something I can improve upon moving forward. And, in all honesty, I think it's just something that as you get older, you kind of start to realize, like, this is how I want to approach things a little bit more. Because when you give to someone else, when you make someone else's day, man, it hits different. When you receive a compliment, right, but from someone else, like, oh, you did a great job on this, or oh, you're looking great today, or whatever that might be, it feels nice, man. It's like, oh, wow, thank you. It's validating. But when you can provide someone with a feeling that literally makes their day, when you give away that compliment, when you buy them something, when you take the time to prioritize them and take them on a nice trip out to somewhere, man, like that, I'm telling you, it hits different. It really does. And that's what I want to start doing more of. And it starts with socializing, man. Because I find that at this point, this phase of solitude is kind of reaching the end of its wits right now in my life. I want to start getting out there, getting a job. I want to start going out and exploring more, getting out of my comfort zone in a more social setting. And that's just what I haven't done. And that's fine, It's all about the journey. And with that, I feel like I said, I'm at the end of this phase, this chapter in my life of being, not to say I'm never going to be in solitude. I think solitude is something I'm always going to need at points, but it's not something that I want to abuse. And I feel like at times I've done that. And with that, I've been too stuck in my head and deep into my thoughts. And, at the end of the day, I really want to have a great sense of humility in life. And be humble, be grateful for everything I have and where I come from and all that. And I think the greatest way to show that is by being a giver. So, yeah, I mean, I said a lot in these 7 minutes. I feel like I got a lot off my chest, and I hope you guys took something from this or can kind of understand where I'm coming from. But again, like, it may sound corny, but to anyone watching this, I love you. And I'm not going to take away from that. Like, it's something that is freeing for me to say, because I don't free these feelings of love very often. Saying I love you is a very powerful thing to me that I feel like I don't do enough, in giving as well. So, yeah, I hope whoever's out there is having a good day. And even if not, understanding that the storm can't last forever. There are brighter times ahead. And sometimes you just need to keep moving. Sometimes you need to encounter those harsh winds, those rocky slopes up the mountain, and just keep it moving. Keep moving forward each and every day. Every day is a new chance to do something great, to have an impact on someone else's life, on your life, on whatever the case might be. So much love to anybody watching. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. And I'm out.